Hey, good morning, everyone. I see Patricia Slaughter coming here. I hope I said that last name right. Yep, it's Patricia Slaughter coming. Good morning to you. I see you, Robert Holman. I see you, Shirley Nicholson. Hey, sis, what's up? Good morning to all of you. I'm glad to see you awake. If you were watching that game, you may have stayed up a little bit too long. I see Fred Jones popping in here as well. I see you, Deborah Johnson. Good morning to you. Y'all, Deborah Johnson is like got a suntan or something going on. Lori Wallace, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, today is Monday, January the 30th, 2023, and I am your host, Gail Dudley. Y'all, we are knocking on 3 years of consistency doing this broadcast. Is now on every platform, every podcast platform. Audio is on here at Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and others. I see you, Jacqueline. Good morning to you. So, y'all, we're just very grateful of how God has been moving and navigating all of this for us. I see you, Deborah Sneed, popping in here as well. So, y'all, again, today is Monday, January the 30th. We're about to round off January. We're headed into February in just a couple days. And we just have just some great things coming up. For those of you who may be new to the broadcast, we are a grassroots aggregated news media outlet, which means we pull news from all different press releases that we receive. We determine what we're going to share with you that morning, that day. We put it out there. We go into the chat. That chat that's popping all the time is the Facebook chat. We put all of our links and everything out there. We have a call to action almost every day, along with an inspirational message. I see you, Latrice Jones, rolling up in here. What's up, Roseanne? What's up, Jackie Showers coming in from LinkedIn? Come on, layered necklaces. I learned from the best, Latrice. Y'all, Latrice. Listen, Latrice, I'm still waiting on that piece you had on the other day when I saw you at the State House. I just want to remind you of that. But y'all, if y'all looking for some amazing jewelry, check out Latrice Jones. Contact her. Latrice, put your page in the chat so people can find you. All right, Donita, good morning to you. All right, y'all, we have a lot of news, We have some technical difficulties with Kenny Stanley. Hopefully he'll get in here. If not, y'all, just want y'all to know that Isaiah is itching to jump in. He came in the green room popping off. I'm like, dude, calm down, bring it down a notch. No, really, my nephew was all the way live. I see you, Jeffrey Allen James. Good morning. What's up, Kim Edmondson? Good morning to you. Hey, y'all, I'm going to talk about Kim Edmondson for a moment. Don't sleep on the gift that she has. Not saying that you are, but you are. If you are interested in investing, if you are interested in learning anything about financials, check her out. Kim Edmondson, put your contact information in the chat. Y'all know every now and then I go left and I just tell people to put stuff in the chat. So Latrice and Kim Edmondson, today's your day. Make sure you reach out to people and let them know that you're available. Y'all, just about Kim Edmondson. If y'all remember last year this time, we were going through eliminating debt. We were going to become debt free by Easter 2022. Many people accepted the challenge and we did it. We accomplished it. Then I had been so nervous with investing. It took me almost to what, Kim, November to finally jump in there, October, November. Listen, I'm mad that I didn't do it earlier because when I see those reports, I'm like, I could have been doing this all along and it could be a different figure. She has a teaching and coaching ability that brings calmness, understanding, education. You don't want to miss what she has to offer. So I wanted to say that. All right, y'all. This weekend was a rough weekend. No, I did not watch the video. And I had received several videos coming through. Devontae Goins and I were talking back and forth. They're horrific, and even the ones that are out there, I think we have different angles from the press room, and I heard about it, and they gave us a big warning on it when they were sending out press releases. I would not ever touch that ever. So I'm not going to go into that information, and we have a special guest who's going to join us tomorrow, who's going to help us navigate some of that. I might see you, Dr. Antoinette. But y'all, Tyree Nichols, age 29, as y'all know, father, loved skateboarding, photography, worked at FedEx, was on his way home, on his way to his mother's home. He was fatally beaten. It's a lot. It's a lot. Um, so the city of Memphis, Tennessee, on Saturday or Friday or Saturday released um, 4 videos capturing an encounter earlier this month, and I believe that was January the 7th when all of this took place. um, 5 now ex-police officers who have been charged with murder, assault, and kidnapping. The release of the videos from police body cameras and camera mounted on utility poles, of course, created or spurred protests across the country, including Memphis. The former police officers, all whom are black, were fired on Friday, arrested on Thursday, fired as well. And then Friday, the officers were released on bond that morning. One thing that I cannot get out of my head is if those 5 police officers' mothers are still alive, what are they thinking? I don't know. But I wonder if they just like in disbelief. If they're married, if they have children, I just wonder what's the process um, of how their families feel. So, y'all, demonstrators marched through New York City, Atlanta, Boston, Baltimore, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, among other cities across the nation on Saturday and Sunday. And there was a quote from the family's attorney, Ben Crump, who told CNN, all of these officers failed their oath. They failed their oath to protect and to serve. Protesters group temporarily blocked a highway in Memphis and several other cities Saturday. And this one's kind of just like, I don't understand. While 1,000 National Guards were activated in Atlanta, but they said it was a very peaceful protest in Atlanta. So why they activated 1,000 National Guards was also interesting to me. Y'all, the parents of Tyree Nichols have accepted an invitation by President Joe Biden to attend the State of the Union address next week. Jacqueline says, I understand that there was a white officer present. Why haven't we heard anything about him? Was he fired? Where's his mugshot? What's interesting, again, I did not watch the videos, but when I was reading what people were posting and saying, and they were saying that there were more officers, people are asking for their names. So again, I have not viewed it, so I don't know. But those are good questions. Those are good questions. Fred Jones says paramedics didn't administer care for 23 minutes. This is just horrible. So y'all, the Memphis Police Department, after calls from the family and activists in the city, had demanded that they dismantle the unit called Scorpion. It has been disbanded as of Saturday. Jeffrey Allen James says, amazing how nothing was said or done about the white officer who tased him. And we need to keep asking those questions. And again, a guest that I'll have with me tomorrow, hopefully we'll be able to answer some of those questions. All right, y'all, but here's what was interesting. Scorpion stood for Street Crimes Operation to Restore Peace in Our Neighborhoods. That was the name of it. So I wanted to get that out there. We got to continue to pray for the family. Again, I'll have a special guest on tomorrow who's going to dig into this. The majority of the show will be dealing with this. We will not show the video here. Absolutely not. But hopefully this conversation can continue because we cannot be here again in 3 months or 6 months or 12 months. There's something we need to do as citizens of the United States, as human beings, our human rights, to really deal with some of this and to deal with it effectively. So let me tell you what's happening at the White House this week. The President Biden will be going to Baltimore, Maryland today to discuss the infrastructure. And I want to quickly say this. Let me see what Latrice is saying. Latrice says, I don't think his parents should accept Biden's invitation. This cannot be another campaign tool for Democrats. We need real change and solutions. I honestly agree with you. I absolutely, when I saw that, I thought, so now we're just going to parade them around. Like what? what will they what's going to happen with them in the box sitting next to Dr. Jill Biden? What exactly do you want to happen here? So yeah, I'm with you on that. So y'all, if you are in Baltimore, Maryland, and again, the president's coming, so traffic is going to change there a little bit. But y'all, they are kicking off some serious projects, okay? Roads and bridges, $1.8 billion. Airports and ports, $31.8 million. Public transportation, um, $1.8 billion. Clean buses, $9.4 million. Electric vehicle charging stations, $63 million. High speed internet, 5 million. Water, 144 million. Clean energy and power, 65.2 million. Resilience, 5 billion. Legacy pollution cleanup, 4.8 million. Y'all, the list goes on and on and on. They're talking 22 billion to Amtrak, 24 billion, 12 billion, 5 billion. Y'all, these are in the billions. And this comes from the White House press room. And this information shows that they're going to be contracting this out. So again, y'all, we bring it here on News in Motion to make you aware of it. Go check it out, see what's happening, check with your city, the city of Baltimore, to see how you can submit a vendor. And here's the other thing, y'all, go ahead and put your stuff in order, not just a side hustle. Make sure your name, your trade name is registered with the Secretary of State's office. Make sure you have the proper vendor information. Make sure you have a pitch template ready. Y'all, there's so much, and you can get all of that and more if you sign up for the February membership that came out yesterday, I think. It's going to be in the e-newsletter today that you'll receive right about 9 o'clock today, 9 o'clock a.m. this morning. It is $8 to join the membership. But we're going to have templates of the pitch, of a pitch letter inside. You get a 12-page journal. It's a PDF digital journal. You get some stuff in there for $8. So if you want to know how to do some of these things, hey, the membership this month is focused on Small Business 101. Last month it was focused, or this month that we're still in, that's ending, was focused on membership. So you can get all this and more. All this and more. All right, y'all. Where else was the president going? He's going to New York on Tuesday, February. He's dealing with his competitive counsel. Speaker McCarthy's going to visit the White House. And that's going to be interesting. Thursday, they will the president and vice president will attend the National Prayer Breakfast on Capitol Hill. And Friday, they're traveling to Philadelphia. So with that, I also want to say this, and I thought about Arsenio Hall when I was reading this. Arsenio Hall would say something like, things that make you go, Y'all, North Dakota rejects a bill that considers a $1,500 fine for using pronouns other than those assigned at birth. And this is PBS reporting. The vote came to 39 senators against the bill and 8 in favor. The 8 in favor said they're not done with it. They're going to keep pushing it. Y'all, as more than a dozen states consider passing anti-transgender legislation this year, North Dakota lawmakers rejected a bill this past Friday that would have made people pay $1,500 each time they referred them to themselves or other than gender pronouns different from the ones they were assigned at birth. So they, them, anything like that. The main purpose of the bill was to eliminate state funding for entities, including education, that would promote, allow, or support the ideology of transgenderism, said Republican Senator David Clemens of West Fargo. Others testified at a Wednesday State Judiciary Committee hearing that the bill is designed to discriminate and could impact the state's behavioral health providers. So y'all, all of that is going on right before our very eyes. Now, I know here in Central Ohio, we were so excited about Intel coming in. Well, y'all, not looking too good. Reuters is reporting that Intel Corp saw about 8 billion, that is with a B, wiped off its market's value on Friday after the U.S. chip maker stumped Wall Street, with dismal earnings projections fanning fears around the slump in the personal computer market. They're blaming a lot of this on the fact that we've been moving along without the chip for about 3 years. So the company predicted a surprise loss for the first quarter, and its revenue forecast was 3 billion below estimate, as it also struggled with slow growing in the data center business. Now it has raised alarms in the chip industry due to a lack of demand because people are finding out another way to go about it. Though the stock ended up falling about 6.4% by the time the market closed on Friday, Wall Street is definitely looking at its trouble and trying to determine where they're going to go next. So, y'all, that is happening also. Now, if you're in the Dallas area, and then I think Isaiah is going to come here because I still don't see Kenny. Kenny is having some technical difficulties. So, yeah, let's pray for his technical. Let's pray that his computer gets worked out and see what's happening. Before I go there, I see Dr. Antoinette said, wait. They wanted to charge a fine to them for how they referred to themselves. Did I hear that correctly? Well, let me clarify that. And I'm gonna read the direct quote for you from Reuters. No, it's not from Reuters. Um, from PBS. The main purpose of the bill was to eliminate state funding for entities, including education, that will promote or allow or support the ideology of transgenderism. What they were saying was that anybody who referred to pronouns instead of him or her would be fined $1,500. And they're not done with it. So they're saying each time they refer to themselves or others with gender pronouns different from the ones they were assigned at birth, this is a direct quote, those people will be made to pay $1,500. So yes. And Kim Edmondson says charge them because they identify a different gender, because they would use pronouns. Yes, but here's the thing. That's North Dakota, and it failed, but they're not done with it. More than a dozen states, and I don't have the states, but I'll look those up for you later. More than a dozen states are considering passing this same type of bill. Y'all, we're in trouble. I see you, Hester. I see you, Sharon. We're in trouble. So before I bring Isaiah in here, he said he's going to be ready. I'm so sad that I don't see Kenny in here. Y'all, again, pray for Kenny's he's been having technical difficulties, and I don't know what it is because this young man, he's my age, he has a gift, and we don't want the enemy to distract his gift. So if y'all could just pray for him. Y'all, so if you're in Dallas, National Weather Service has issued a winter storm watch. And I'm sharing this because they're saying this is not going to be a joke. And y'all know last time when Texas, Dallas area had a winter storm, y'all saw what happened. So we need to pray for them. It's going to be starting today around noon, and it will go through Wednesday morning. They said it's going to be a significant impact to travel due to snow, sleet, and ice accumulations. Weather conditions will cause slippery bridges and roads, according to the Weather Service Bulletin. And they are saying that the most significant impact will happen on Tuesday, and they do not have the capacity. Hello, somebody. They do not have the capacity to combat this type of storm. So y'all just putting it out there, check on your family and friends in that area. Jeffrey Allen James says, so they're going to find school kids for using pronouns. Listen, I'm here to report the news. When I read, that's why I shared it today. When I read that, I thought, what is going on with the world today? All right, I don't know about you, but I stayed up watching that game, and I have no dog in the fight, okay? I don't even care. But I watched the game because everybody was talking about it on social media. And I will say the 49ers game was horrible, okay? I was like, what is this? But that Cincinnati Bengals game and the Kansas City Chiefs was amazing. So come on here, Isaiah, give us your take, and we'll get Kenny back as soon as possible.
Good morning, everybody. I know I'm not Mr. Kenny Stanley, but just for today, it's prime time with Isaiah. You heard that here first. It's prime time with Isaiah. So I'm going to bring you some NFL highlight scores, stats, and also talk about some NBA scores. So first off, let's talk about the 49ers and the Eagles. like Ms. Gail Dudley said, that game was not exciting at all. The Eagles put up 31 points to the 49ers 7 points. The only thing exciting that happened that came from the 49ers was Trent Williams starting the altercation with the Eagles player. Now, bro, you getting blown out. The game basically over, and you mad. You should have used all that emotion during the game. It's sad to see. But also, the 49ers did have a lot of injuries at the quarterback helm. Brock Purdy got hurt with a hand injury. He was able to come back, but they mostly just ran the ball for the rest of the game. They had to rely on their fourth string quarterback, Josh Johnson, who basically threw for only 10 yards the entire game. And they even were about to use Christian McCaffrey, the number one running back, as a quarterback. But he really didn't have, the O-line really couldn't protect them as well. For the Eagles, though, they went to work on the 49ers, running the ball consistently and also relying on their wide receivers, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. So the Eagles are headed to the Super Bowl. And on the other hand, on the AFC, we got the Kansas City Chiefs against the Bengals. That game was filled with emotion. It was intense, and it came down to the last 3 seconds, with Kansas City kicking a game-winning field goal to send the Bengals to basically the couch. They sent them home. It was a good game in Arrowhead. It wasn't Burrowhead, as the Bengals were calling it last week, but they came home. They came to play, and Mahomes, he showed that he don't drive automatic. He got the clutch in the car. And now, fun fact, it's going to be a brother bowl between Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce for their respective teams. Who y'all got winning the Super Bowl? Me personally, I think it's going to be the Chiefs. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be, I'd say, 36-33. But it's going to be an interesting game because the Philadelphia Eagles have shown that they are serious this year on all sides of the field. Offense, defense, special teams. So I'm just saying, it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. Y'all make y'all picks. I don't want to say you can place your bets. I'm just saying, don't place your bets, but definitely have your picks involved. I see the comments in here. Miss Kim Emerson says, "Love your commentary." I said, thank you. I'm out of I see there's a lot of influence from Kenny Stanley. So, shout out to the Big K for all he does here at News in Motion. It will be a great game this time around. Listen, it's going to be explosive offenses, even intimidating defenses as well. It's going to be a good game. Now, in terms of NBA news, yesterday the Charlotte Hornets beat the Miami Heat 122-117. The Memphis Grizzlies beat the Indiana Pacers 112-100 points. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Clippers 122-99. And finally, the Bucks beat the Pelicans 135-110. So that was your NBA scores and a little bit of the NFL scores just for over the last weekend. My mom said, wait, what did I say? My mom said, why is he rubbing his nerd near me? It's just a habit now. It's just a habit now. So, like I said, I know I'm not Kenny Stanley. I know I'm not the Big K. I know this was a game over. But just for today, I hope you enjoyed Prime Time with Isaiah. That was sports. Back to Miss Gail Dudley for more news.
I loved it. What I love, and I want to say this to everyone. Y'all see what happened right there? Isaiah was very assertive. He said, okay, Miss Gail, if Kenny's internet is not working, I can jump in. I said, okay, be ready. Boom. Look what he did. Look, y'all, that is called team, camaraderie, unity, just everything. And he said, he's seeing this from Kenny. So Isaiah, excellent job. Absolutely excellent. Thank you for getting in the spot there and jumping right on. Appreciate that. Y'all, and by the way, if y'all didn't see it, he has on a Steelers t-shirt. Okay.
I was rooting for Kansas City. We had to. Cincinnati are rivals. Anybody but Cincinnati.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you. All
Thank
right, the
you.
rest of the news, y'all. Insiders reporting that Amazon will charge, get this, y'all, Amazon will charge Prime members fees on online grocery orders that cost less than $150 starting February 28th. So basically, you're being punished for not spending more than $150. You're going to get a fee. So how will the fee works? Well, writing any orders under $150 will incur a delivery charge ranging from $3.95 to $9.95. And they say that depends upon the size of the order. Like, what, really? Specifically, Amazon will track on a delivery fee if anything between, I guess you have to have your minimum order up to $149.99. $6.95 will be for anything. I don't get this. They're saying anything less than the regular fee, and then $9.99. So you just have to follow it. If you use them, check it out, see what's happening there. Is they say that the service fee will help keep prices low in their online and physical grocery stores as they better cover grocery delivery. I'm like, are y'all serious right now? But that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. So y'all, CVS and Walmart, talking about Amazon, CVS and Walmart both plan to shorten their pharmacy hours as the pharmacist shortage is making it hard for them to staff up. So people aren't going into pharmacy, so they're going to shorten the hours. And then when I start digging more into that, they're looking at Amazon. Y'all know Amazon Pharmacy open. I'm sorry, I'm not buying pharmaceuticals from Amazon. I don't know how long they've been on the shelf. I don't know how you package them. I don't know how long, they need to be refrigerated. How soon will I get them? What? Are you dropping them down by a drone? What's happening here? I want to go to the pharmacy. Y'all, I don't know about you. Maybe this is just old school in me, and I really want to hear your take in the chat. I'm cool with all this online stuff, but I still like to go to a physical store. I still like to have conversation. Y'all got into it yesterday. Not into it in a bad way. I went to pick up something for my dad, and it was not a cashier at the grocery store. So I went up to the service station because I didn't care. I said, ma'am, there's no one. She says, no. She goes, people just don't do that anymore. They just want to do it themselves. I said, well, I'm a person, and I don't want to check myself out. So we have two things. Either I leave it here or you check me out. She said, go ahead. Come on. Just put it up here on the counter real quick and I'll check it out. And she says, but ma'am, understand that everyone's switching to self-checkout. I said, I'm sorry, I don't work here. And she said she understood. And I think more of us, if you don't want to check out, we need to voice that so that they get it. It's like everybody doesn't want to do this. I'm not shopping and then checking my own stuff out and then bagging my own stuff, then taking it to my car and whatever else. Call me old school, but that's where I'm at with it. Kim Edmondson says, I don't like going to the store. I shop online as much as possible. So you're one of them. You're one of them, are you? Marian says, I go to the grocery store and the pharmacy and I don't use self-checkout. I cannot stand self-checkout. Lori says, my job depends on me going into the retail stores so that you can see what's out there, right, Lori? So I don't know what's going to happen there. Y'all, I guess Eminem, y'all remember I reported them last week. I guess Eminem was over Tucker Carlson. So the brand told the New York Times that its characters will be its long-term spokes candies. They have just reversed it, and they said it was not a PR stunt. And you can see the back and forth. It's not a PR stunt. And so they now have a spot in the upcoming Super Bowl commercial. So I don't know how much Eminem paid, but that's what's happening. Eminem said that it's sending its mascots. Last week, they said they were sending their mascots into retirement over right-wing backlash to their recent outfit changes. They said people came to the social media platforms. They said, no way, don't let Tucker Carlson, the right wing, win. So they're back. So we'll see what all that's going to have. Kim Edmondson says she loves self-checkout. Sit down, Kim Edmondson. Sit down. No, no. But then you go with me and check my stuff out. How about that? We just go have an investment conversation, go through the line, and you just, we just have a teaching moment and you just check my stuff out. All right, y'all. Inspirational message for today, and we're out of here. Offer compassion. Offer compassion. And before I do that, I'm sorry, Isaiah. Before I do that, y'all, if you have not uh, subscribed or download to the podcast, check it out. Man, it is jumping off. It is happening. Episode 4 dropped on last Friday, and it was titled Advocating for Podcasters. And that's with Gina Winks, I call her my audio engineer, like she only services me, but she's an amazing audio engineer. And already people who picked up the keyword podcasters have been tuning in, and they have been reaching out to Gina for help. Y'all, that hit was amazing, and she dropped some serious nuggets. So we're bantering back and forth on there as well. I'm asking questions, we're talking, we're cheering each other on. But the information there. So if you have any desire, listen to that episode of Politics and Prose. Thank you. All right, y'all, for the inspirational message. Kim Edmondson. I don't know why I keep saying Miller. Kim Edmondson says the podcast on Friday was really good. I was really excited about it. So, y'all, the inspirational messages offer compassion. If y'all noticed over the weekend, there's a photo of a Delta Airlines flight attendant. And I love his braids all over his head. He is holding the hand of a nervous passenger. The image shows him sitting down in the aisle of the plane, holding this passenger's hand. And it's been posted all over. And it's also been on WSOC TV. In a quote, it says, "This woman was so nervous about flying, so he explained every sound and bump, and even sat there holding her hand when it still got to be too much for her." And this was Molly Simpson Lee, who wrote on social media platform. It started out on Facebook and then ended up on WSOC TV. The flight was a Delta flight from Charlotte Douglas International Airport to New York John F. Kennedy International, which is JFK. The flight attendant had been identified as Floyd Dean Shannon. The picture is priceless. It's priceless. I love Delta Airlines. Y'all got that free. Next time y'all got to pay me to say that. But I fly them. I like Delta Airlines. So I said, okay, this is serious compassion. And I say offer compassion over show compassion, because you're offering to do something. You're not just showing it, you're offering. That means you're engaged in it. There's action that goes along with it. So Ephesians 4:32 says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as in Christ God forgave you." So be kind and compassionate. Y'all, with everything that's going on today, compassion is like, you would think it's gone. This picture reminded me that it's still here. Um, Take your time, smile, stop avoiding people in the store. Look at them, even if you still wear your mask, like I do. Even if you still wear your mask, your eyes can show that you're smiling to someone. Say good morning, good afternoon, how are you? And if you ask how are you, actually hear what they're saying, because maybe their response to you is that they're saying, "I'm not doing too well today." And you can say, "Oh, can I lend a listening ear," or whatever that is. But show compassion. So this young man on a Delta Airlines sat in the middle of the aisleway, holding her hand, telling her what every sound, bump, everything. I really wish I could have listened in on that conversation, because although I love to fly, sometimes some of those bumps and sound make me go, what's going to happen? What are we going to come out the air or what? But he took the time to do just that. And I thought that was so amazing. And I just think it's a great reminder for us going into this week, that to be compassionate, offer compassion. Lori says, "Yes, that was a wonderful sight. I personally understand how flying can be for some people. And as a FA flight attendant, thank you, you want to make them feel comfortable, especially on a long flight, showing compassion." Yes. Adrian says, "Yes, human engagement is necessary." I mean, it looks like we lost LinkedIn some kind of way. So if you're having a hard time getting in on LinkedIn and you happen to check out the rest of this on the YouTube video, we just received a notice from StreamYard that we just lost you. So our apologies to you about that. All right, y'all. If you are not, and I shared this with you all last week, if you are not, and I see uh, Deb asking for it. And I'm going to try to find it real quick while I'm in here. But if you are not a part of the e-newsletter, I am asking you, and I did find the membership link. I'm going to try to get it in here for you, Deb, so you can sign up for the membership. It just went. If you are not a part of the free e-newsletter that comes out every Monday, you have at least 40 minutes to go to www.gaildudley.com and sign up. It's free. Just sign up. In this email that's coming out today, it is packed with content, packed with it. Shout out to the team to help me pull all this together. Over the weekend, it is packed with content. I shared with you last week that I was going to put in there the information about renters, renter affordability. Y'all, all the links in the attachment are live. Don't forget to complete the survey to the White House is in there. Y'all, we packed that baby with content. If you're not a renter, but maybe you know someone who is a renter, this information is going to help them. We read every piece, every report, every blueprint. We gave you everything. And we went trying to search for it on our own, could not find it. So make sure you are part of this e-newsletter. Sign up. Share the information with other people. It's free. Share the information. We are here, and this is all under the advocacy firm. I'm so proud of the advocacy firm. Where it's all under the advocacy firm. We even tell you what Legal Aid Society is about, how to connect with your legal aid society if you don't have a personal or private attorney. Y'all, we put a lot of information in the e-newsletter. You go to Isaiah, can you put this up, please? And Marion, if you would put it in there, please. www.gaildudley.com. On the home page, it pops up. It says vote. And that's just to get you, it's all about community. You fill out the form. I think it takes less than 30 seconds to do it. Hit submit. You should get it. It usually comes out every Monday. That's filled with content. Every now and then on an extra day, like I did this past Friday, I put stuff out there about the Gail Dudley brand. But this e-newsletter is packed with content. If you are part of the February membership group, again, we released that early too. The 12-page digital journal that I created, I think it's the bomb. It's probably some of my best work that I put out there. I was like, this is looking good. Used the template that was provided for me, put in all of my intellectual property when it comes to small businesses. I put that in there. Y'all, you don't want to miss these things. And again, that membership is $8 each month. You opt in and out whenever. If there's a thing that you like, hopped in. Next month we're going to talk about all content. April is all publishing. May, I don't remember the whole schedule anymore, but it is on fire. God is really doing the work, and I'm really, really excited. So thank you all for hanging out with us today. Y'all know what I say, stay well, and remember, make some bold moves. I'm out.